Hello, my name is Jacob Poole, and I have a new theory on the Big Bang. Instead of it being a single celestial point that erupted into everything that we know today, it was in fact an actual Big Bang that was caused from a super mega star that blew up into a super mega nova, which made the first black hole and the first galaxy right then and there. And my theory is that the universe is a cycle. It cycles. There's the beginning part of the cycle, and then there's the ending part of the cycle, which that ending part of the cycle is the start of the cycle all over again. Which, by what I mean by that, is the universe heats up at a single point, and then at the end of the cycle, it cools down where no more stars can be created or no more matter can be created. For as an example, think of water. What happens when you heat water up? It turns into water vapor. What happens when you freeze water? It turns into a solid ice. So apply that to the universe, and well, you practically get what I'm talking about. It's a good example, really. I don't know how fast I came up with it pretty fast. I was watching the universe today, so I had to rant about this somehow. But yeah, what if the Big Bang was this huge star that erupted into a huge supernova that created the first galaxy, collapsed into the very first black hole, started making pure energy again, and well, yeah, they talk about the four main elements that the Big Bang was, and it's four: gravity, weak nuclear, strong nuclear, and well, I can't remember the other one. I don't know why. But anyway, there's four that combined in together to make one super massive, like, well, not massive, but a super element, I guess. Well, what if that super element are stars? I mean, think about it. There's gravity in stars, there's weak nuclear, there's strong nuclear, and then there's the other one. For some reason escapes my mind still. So, think of it as that. What if every star that explodes is a mini Big Bang? I mean, technically, it is, because it creates more stars and expands farther out. So, think of that as the Big Bang. Think of a star exploding into a supernova, creating materials, heavier materials, elements on the periodic table, and everything else, and makes new stars, makes solar systems, maybe even another galaxy. So just think about that as the Big Bang. And as the so-called the Big Rip, I don't think the very fabric of everything's just going to rip apart. I don't think that. No. If that happened, that would mean it would be turned into pure energy. In order to really turn into pure energy, you would need a black hole. Because once a black hole gets so much matter, eats so much matter, it spits out pure energy. So, yeah, I mean, to me, the two main types in the universe that is made up of are matter and pure energy. I mean, when I fart, that's pretty much my body's pure energy just spewing out. I mean, think of the black hole farting. That's pure energy. It gets done eating and it spews out pure energy. So let's go to my next theory, the Big Rip. I don't think it's a Big Rip at all. It's more like the Big Freeze. Because once the universe is so expanded and so far away from different molecules and elements, it can't create, stars can't be made anymore. They can't just come into existence because there's not enough fuel there. The fuel is just too spread out and you just can't get it. So what if everything freezes? Hydrogen, helium freezes up, the black holes finish eating everything or can't get anything else, and they just die out. They just vanish. They just stop. they just don't exist anymore because there's no more matter for it to eat. So once that happens, the the remaining pure energy and the remaining matter, which probably would be helium and hydrogen, would freeze, come together eventually, or maybe would come back to the center of the universe, which I don't know if it would come back to the center of the universe or not. There would be nothing pulling it. There's nothing pulling on that. So what if just over a period of time, maybe let's say a billion years for an example, or a million years, that there's a lot of, I think, okay, all these solid ice cubes, pretty much, so to speak, of hydrogen and helium eventually start coming together, start heating up, and create that super massive star. Create that supermassive star that I was first talking about to repeat the entire cycle over again. Think about that. Cycle instead of a beginning and an end. To me it seems a lot more logical, and it seems foolproof too. But then again, I'm not a scientist or a physicist. I'm just going on my own creativity and my imagination here. But it's an example that you can use with water. Freeze water, it turns into ice. You heat water up, it turns into a gas. So, what if those principles there are the same in the universe? And it's just a repeating cycle. So, you just heard my theories, and well, I hope you make your own judgment on it. I mean, your creativity goes as far as you want it to. So, I'm signing off now. Bye.